What's going on there? What is going on there? Why do you have to do that, all that thing to get on my lap? You could just jump it. Anyway. Okay, so this is another one that is very, very old. It's compared against a very, very old run. From the time it was... This was... The run we're comparing against was before Horror Skip.
Oh my god, what is it? This devil's work.
I don't remember if before Skip. I think we got Skip at that time.
Feared the most.
But we didn't got Horror Skip. Or... Well, Skip and Horror Skip were pretty close, were discovered pretty close, so I guess we didn't got any of them. But it was a time where alignments were actually different, just because of the horror fight. They were different on like one hit, I think. It's really not that much. So again, pretty much no reason to run Anthony on all alignments. So I just run this one as kind of an excuse to, you know, update some old PVs, plus just running a little bit of Anthony, because why not? Maybe I'll get a PV, like compared to the other alignment, you know, because all the alignments are the same right now, with the best strats. Edie, you always have to be on top, right? Alright, so here, there's a quick kill on the zombie. You do 3 attacks, 3 fist attacks on the head. So you defeat the head once with a blunt weapon, in this case your fist. And then you can defeat the head again with your sword. And that avoids finishing the zombie. Then we don't actually save the monk. We don't care about the monk. That's how old these splits are, because we used to save the monk before. That was because at that time I run on US, and US is, I think US should save the monk, because the scram attacks would be pretty slow on the monk, I think. Not entirely sure. The thing is, on US you had to defeat 2 limbs of the monk. Or the head, but the head has more HP. So it's a lot longer than this fight, which is already long. But it's worth it, because you're not getting the sword. Worth it on Japanese. Because Japanese is like partially censored. We believe that's the reason, if that makes sense. Japanese doesn't allow you to cut limbs of humanoid enemies, like the bishop right here. He's not really a human. But yeah, like servants, stuff like that too. You can't cut limbs, they die when you try to cut a limb. And that meant that they changed some of the properties of the HP of some enemies, like the bishop here. So the bishop dies when you defeat one of the limbs. But usually, like on US, you had to cut both arms to defeat it. But since they didn't want it, arms to get cut, they make it so you will defeat it with just one arm, but at the price of the arm having a little bit more HP. Which is very silly. I still don't know why they did that, the Japanese crew. Because remember, Japanese was a localization. The original game is NTSC. NTSC North America. So here, Vibram storage into opening the message while doing an attack and going through the trigger. The trigger cannot get active during the message. And then you avoid the trigger with that. There's a 535, not that great. But it's fine for this, because again, I just needed a run to, you know.
You are a fool for trying to save him, Anthony. His fate was decided.
I just figured out
ago, as is the fate of this world.
That I didn't change my title on the stream. Look at that.
There is little to save you.
My title is no streams until I get better. Let's modify that. And also, I'm streaming Minecraft. Jesus. Great.